You probably grew up learning that our solar system has 9 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. You are probably familiar with the list. But what if I told you that one of them was an imposter all along? That's right, I'm talking about Pluto. The truth is, by the scientific definition we use today, Pluto was never really a planet to begin with. And the story of why is way more interesting than just a simple demotion. It's a detective story involving a brand new cosmic rulebook, a ridiculously crowded neighborhood, and a fiery debate that's still going on. Stick around, because by the end of this, you're going to see our solar system in a completely new way. The old story. For most of the 20th century, things were pretty simple. Back on February 18, 1930, a young astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh spotted a tiny, faint dot slowly drifting across the night sky. This was it, the long-theorized Planet X, which we quickly came to know as Pluto. For more than 75 years, that was the end of the story. We all memorized its name, built it into our science fair models, and it became the beloved icy underdog of our cosmic family. But here's the thing about science. It's not about sticking to old facts just because we like them. It's about chasing the truest description of reality we can find. And Pluto's story was about to get a major update. The plot twist. As our telescopes got more and more powerful, we started looking into the dark, cold space beyond Neptune, a region called the Kuiper Belt. And it wasn't empty like we thought at all. We found hundreds of objects, then thousands. Then came the bombshell. In 2005, a team of astronomers discovered a new object out there named Eris. And here's the kicker. Eris appeared to be about the same size as Pluto, maybe even a little more massive. Suddenly, astronomers had a huge problem. If Pluto is a planet, does Eris get to be one too? What about all the other big icy bodies we were starting to find? Were we about to have a solar system with 10 planets? 20? Maybe 50? It was clear the word planet was a title we'd been handing out for centuries without ever actually writing down the rules. It was time for a cosmic rulebook. The Cosmic Rulebook. So, in 2006, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, got together to finally settle it. After a lot of debate, they voted on an official 3-point checklist for what makes a planet a planet. First, it has to orbit the Sun. Pluto does that, no problem. Its orbit is a little weird and takes 248 Earth years, but it absolutely circles the Sun. Check 1 for Pluto. Second, it needs to have enough gravity to pull itself into a nearly round spherical shape. Pluto is big enough to have done that, so it's a sphere. Check 2 for Pluto. Third, and this is the one that changed everything, it must have cleared its neighborhood. This means it has to be the gravitational boss in its own orbit, having either absorbed or flung away any other big objects in its path. And this is where Pluto's case fell apart. The verdict: Pluto failed that third test. It hasn't cleared its neighborhood, not even close. Think of it this way. Earth is like a bowling ball rolling through dust. Its massive gravity has cleared a wide, clean lane for itself as it orbits the Sun. Pluto, on the other hand, is like a single car stuck in a massive orbital traffic jam. It's moving right through the Kuiper Belt, a swarm of millions of other icy objects. In fact, Pluto's mass is only about 7% of the total mass of everything else in its orbit. It doesn't dominate its neighborhood, it's just a part of the crowd. So, based on the new rules, Pluto could no longer be called a full-fledged planet. The reality today. But this wasn't a demotion, it was a reclassification. The IAU created a brand new category perfectly suited for worlds like Pluto: dwarf planet. A dwarf planet is any world that orbits the Sun and is round, but hasn't cleared its orbital path. Pluto became the first member of this new club, which now includes Eris and the asteroid belt's own giant Ceres. Of course, not everyone was happy. The decision is still hugely controversial. Top scientists like Alan Stern, who leads NASA's New Horizons mission, strongly disagree. They argue that a world as complex and fascinating as Pluto has earned the title of planet. And they've got a point. When the New Horizons spacecraft flew by in 2015, it sent back breathtaking photos. Pluto isn't just some dead ice ball. It has a thin blue atmosphere, vast plains of frozen nitrogen, giant mountains made of water ice, and might even have a liquid ocean hiding under its surface. It's a genuinely active and complex world. So, the real story isn't that Pluto was a planet and then got kicked out of the club. The story is that we finally wrote down the definition of a planet and realized Pluto had been in the wrong category all along. Science isn't about protecting our childhood memories. It's about letting our understanding of the universe grow and evolve. And honestly, discovering that our solar system is far more crowded and complex than we ever dreamed is a much cooler story than just having 9 planets. But the debate is far from over. What do you think? Does Pluto's incredible complexity make it a planet in your book? Or is dwarf planet the right name for the king of the Kuiper Belt? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.